mic working? Yeah, we're good. The time is 12:46. And, well, sure, that's the numerical time. But we all really know what time it is. Time for legs. So I'm going to chill out on squatting for a little bit. So it is going to be a pretty basic lift. Just, well, hamstrings especially basic. All I'm going to have to do is a bunch of hamstring curls. And there's only one kind of curl at this gym. A seated, which I do like. My only problem with these machines is they're a little bit too light. So if I were to do the whole stack, especially if I'm fresh, I mean, I'm just throwing it around for reps upon reps. And that's not just me, being a freak either. Everybody's throwing around the stack at this gym on the hamstring curls. So maybe I'll start with some heavy single leg, or maybe I'll just do light squeezing sets for hams. I'll see what happens. But after 4 or 5 of those, hamstrings are going to be completely pumped, burning. And, if for arms, if the measure of whether or not you had a good pump is like not being able to touch your shoulder with your fingers, then I feel like with hamstrings, it's almost feeling like you can't straighten your legs out because the back of your legs, your hamstrings, are so tight that it feels like they're going to rip off. That's kind of what I'm aiming for pump-wise. And then after that, quads, I'm going to make myself very comfortable on the leg extension and probably just do all sorts of variations. Maybe some, I'm going to have to do single leg heavy sets on the leg extension because the whole stack for double leg, not even close to enough. I'd be sitting there for way too long. So I'll probably do some heavy single leg sets to start. And then maybe like some pause reps, or like go halfway up, stop for a second, and then finish the rep. And I can guarantee that at the end, I'll do at least 2, maybe 3 sets where it'll be the first portion of leg extensions, followed by, me jumping up, grabbing onto something for support, and then doing some body weight sissy squats. I do not know how I've been skipping out on those, but the quad pump last leg day was fucking brutal. So not only am I going to try to recreate that one in terms of its pumpedness, but I'm going to try to exceed it, obviously. So I am in a bit of a rush because as soon as I'm done with this lift, I got to go back home, pack up my little travel bag, and then head to the airport. So, actually, fuck. By the time you're seeing this video, I will be headed to the airport, but I'll be headed to the airport on the way back. So, by now, that whole trip is over. Whoa, that was fucking fun, huh? We went all over the place. Me and Fuad and Ben, Matt's Media. Love that guy. He was recording everything. We probably ran to, I know we went to Gold's and we went to somewhere else. I kind of forget. And then we went to, I haven't done it yet, so I don't know. But yeah, me speaking in the future tense, or me speaking about how it's gonna be, because right now I haven't gone. I think that's gonna be a pretty fucking cool trip. And hopefully it's fucking warm over there. I am getting pretty tired of having to bundle up before I go out and get in the car, sitting in here for like 5 minutes just, Well, okay, it's not that bad. I haven't been shivering, but I usually say that I don't mind the cold, but honestly, I think I've been getting kind of fed up. I feel like I just want it to be at least neutral temp. So that's all I gotta freaking say. Let's just get hyped up. I can already feel the beta alanine tingling in me all over. Got my nose going, my ears, my cheeks. So yeah, let's throw some shit around. Yeah, I think let's just start with the whole stack, and then instead of just, throwing the reps around, like, honestly, if this stacked on another 100 pounds, then I wouldn't mind a set like that. Very kind of just quick reps. But since I'm moving so much weight, trying to throw that much weight around, it's got a lot of tension on my hamstrings. But since it's a little bit lighter, I'll be a bit more intentional. So while I'm fresh and I get to the bottom position, I'm gonna try to hold it for just a moment, get an extra squeeze, even if it doesn't look like it. If you do a bicep curl, which it's the same movement as a hamstring curl, right? You can just go through the motion and whatever, it'll be a good set. But when you get to the top, especially when you're fresh, and you can just get an extra squeeze, even if it doesn't look like it when you do the set, you're gonna notice a difference pump wise, I guarantee it. Okay. Let's just repeat that a few times. Okay. Honestly, I don't even feel the need to complicate it right now. I'm just gonna keep doing these double leg sets. Next set, now that I'm a little bit more fatigued, I won't squeeze at the bottom as much, and I'll pretty much just kind of go for as many quick reps as possible. But whether you do a heavy set, a light set, kind of quick reps, slow, really controlled squeeze reps, as long as you can look at the set and say, okay, I really went fucking hard, and you're getting fatigued, and you're getting more and more pumped as the lift goes on, then I think you're in the green. Fuck. Oh my god. Let's do one more like that. And then that might be it for hamstrings. Maybe two more, but ooh, yeah. Let's just find out. Okay. Yeah. Let's call hamstrings there. I mean, fuck. Dude, they just burn. And then right now I'm standing with bent legs. I don't know if you can really tell, But if I straighten them all the way, I feel like I might pull something. Not really, but you get what I'm saying. So let's just migrate over here, get leg extensions going. I'll spend a few minutes warming up first though. All right, so I've done a couple reps of what the machine says is, 50 pounds, 80 pounds, 110, 120. Now it's a little more than half the stack, just barely. So instead of doing a really heavy set on either leg, honestly, I feel like my quads could use a bit more time to get warmed up. But since I'm in a little bit of a rush, I think, and this kind of goes for any movement as well, kind of. I'm not saying this necessarily as a recommendation. I'm just kind of explaining my thought process. If I only have so much time to lift, right? Usually I do like to start off with a heavy movement, like chest, heavy pressing, back, really heavy rows, But that's after a couple of, pretty, I don't want to say lengthy, but a couple of warm-up sets, lighter weight, working up. So if I'm in a rush, I might be more inclined to start with a lighter weight set just because it'll take less time to get warmed up to a lighter weight. So that first set, apart from going hard, I feel like as long as you do all of your sets and you push yourself, heavy, kind of light squeezing, quick, like you get what I'm saying? As long as your sets are hard, then I'm starting to think that the order and the style isn't like absolutely paramount. Obviously there's probably a best case scenario for everybody, but you get what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to start off with moderate weight. Do 5 reps on the right leg, 5 on the left, 5 on the right, 5 on the left, back and forth a couple times until I feel like they're pretty sufficiently worked. Then we just move on to whatever the second set ends up being. And it's probably going to be a completely different style. Good opener. Let's do some heavy single leg next. So after that working set, plus the warm up, now I feel comfortable throwing a stack around. And this is not a legit stack. Like if a typical leg extension, like a Life Fitness, if I try to do the stack with a single leg, then in reality, all I would be trying to do was send myself to the emergency room to get my patella reattached. This stack is not necessarily an insane feat of strength, but it is a good amount of weight, the likes of which if I throw around to at least as close to failure as I can get on either leg, left leg first since my left quad's a little bit behind the right one, it's going to add up to a good situation. Yeah, the right leg could have got at least 3 more reps, but I stopped it so that it would get an even workload with the left one. Let's do a few more of those. Fuck. I'm not upset, but I am disappointed. I mean, 3 seconds after I just published Winter bulk, day 34. Cardio. Instantly a friggin' bazillion comments. Why would you do cardio on a bulk? Why would you do cardio at all? Come on, guys. Come on. Get real. If you're doing your cardio, you understand. You understand where I'm coming from. Now let's throw this around. Let's do one more. I think that's enough of those heavy sets. Let's do another one just like the one at the beginning. You know, moderate weight, back and forth a couple times. And then some sissy squats. And honestly, just judging on how pumped I am right now and how fatigued my quads feel, I think that'll be it. But we'll have to see. Forgot to hit record on that last one. But all I did was the single leg back and forth with a superset of sissy squats. But I think I want to do one more. One more of those, and quads will be sufficiently thrashed. Okay. Okay. Let's go check the pump and get out of here. And with however many sets that ended up being, legs are complete. So let's see how they look pumped. Just by guessing, not even by guessing, by just feeling, I mean, they're as inflated as ever. Those really heavy leg extension sets with one leg at a time, love it. Abso-freaking-lutely love it. Fuck, let's just leave them at the ankles. You can't even tell. So, it's back up enough to actually be in good lighting. Yeah, too veiny, far too vascular. I need to get more sweets in my system. Ooh, that's fucking cool though. It's a pretty solid hunk of meat. I mean, look, don't take this in a weird way, but if you were to cut off my fucking quad and hamstring together, how long would that feed a family of 4? A week? A few days? I guess it depends on the family. You know, maybe a Japanese family of 4 would last a month, and an American family of 4 would last maybe a day. Not a self-roast on the USA, but I mean, I can't deny statistics. So, whew, no time for that long of a monologue. We gotta get in the car and get out of here. I got a plane to catch. Am I working now? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so what I said, actually, I don't even remember what I just said. Whoops. So I'm on a little bit of a time crunch. Not really, but the last thing you want to be late for is going through TSA and having to get fucking frisked not ideal, but what are you gonna do? So I have got a long ride ahead of me. What should I do? Finish The Sopranos? Finish Berserk? Or start reading Berserk from where I left off? I think I've watched everything that's been animated, but oh shit, this guy's a flat tire. Damn. Uh, or I mean, I don't know, play Clash Royale the whole time. I am definitely gonna pay $10 for on-flight Wi-Fi. Oh my goodness. Or maybe I should have just downloaded a bunch of stuff on my phone. That probably would have been smarter. But whatever. What are you gonna do? So, what were the gym essentials? Because that's the only reason I'm going over there is to lift some freaking weights. All sorts of clothes, and honestly, that's it. They pre-stocked the Airbnb we got with all sorts of treats for me. So I'm a little bit spoiled. I won't even have to make a grocery trip unless I run through all the food that they've got, which ideally I should. You know, I got to start shoveling food down my gullet like a trash compactor. But yeah, getting back to what we just did, that leg pump, that was, oh my goodness, it's like a hiccup burp all at once. That was a good ass fucking leg pump. You know, leg days like that make me want to look up the price of like a commercial gym leg extension and a commercial gym hamstring curl to put in the basement with the home gym. But then I look at the price of them and I go, oh, maybe not. Maybe I'll just drive to the Y. Maybe I'll just drive to Metro. But yeah, that was good. I got a question once from a guy sitting next to me on the hamstring curl when I was doing the leg extensions, and he was like, "Are you not afraid that you're gonna rip your knee off?" Which, honestly, I mean, that's a valid question. I think I might have touched on this before, but it's kind of all about comfortability, you know. As you progress, you should kind of get a bit of a spidey sense for how capable you are on a specific movement. You know, like if you just did, let's say you're going for a 1 rep max of 315, which I definitely do not condone. Really, there's no point, man. I'd rather see you do a set of 225 for 15 to absolute failure with some assisted partials. But whatever. Suit yourself. Let's say you're doing a 1 rep max 315 and you warm up, you do 1 rep of 275, and you get a little sense. You get just a tiny little sense that your pec feels a little funky. Maybe you injured it before and you can tell it's creeping back. It's scratching at the door, right? Now the enlightened lifter will be able to say, okay, this is fucking stupid. Pump the brakes, get in the slow lane and back off a little bit. Right? Finish his workout, get a pump safely and get back home. Or maybe if it feels so bad and it's like you really feel like you're on the precipice of getting fucked up, then you just back off entirely. Ideally you can do that before you actually tweak something. I've never had anything too serious, but with most every time that I've tweaked something, except for a couple times with my hamstrings, when I did feel pretty much perfectly fine, I think I just didn't warm up enough. That was my flaw there. Uh, Usually every time I ended up tweaking, I got that little spidey sense, but I turned away from it. I said, "Get the fuck out of here! I'm doing it anyway. Oh, I'll hit it anyway." And then, oh fuck, shit, it's not good, not freaking good. Oh crap, yeah. When I talked about that one set of squats a couple of leg day videos ago, and I said some shit like my knee was a little bit tender on the leg extensions, but I still went for heavy squats anyway. The squat warm-up sets felt good on my knee. So I did take that into account because I could tell on the leg extensions it was a little tender, but just doing those working sets kind of warmed it up enough where when I did, a plate, 2 plates, 3 plates, 4 plates on the squat, I did feel comfortable moving up in weight. The only thing that was stopping me there, I think I misspoke, was I felt physically weaker than normal. Like that rep of 4 plates felt very heavy. But I think that was a scenario where I'm glad I pushed through it. Because the only thing stopping me from going for that heavier weight wasn't like, oh crap, I think I'm really going to hurt myself. It was more so, oh, I feel kind of weak right now. I don't know if I should really go for it. Now, I will admit, those two states of beings are very similar. Those are very similar. So as you lift, you'll get kind of better at being able to approach this line of as much as you can physically handle, but not going over into as much as you can't physically handle. And then you're going to get, screwed up. I have said before, and I kind of halfway stand behind this. I think I ended up saying it just because it does sound pretty cool. It was like, I'd rather tweak something every so often than train so light that I never get hurt. I've said that a couple of times before. And to an extent, I do kind of believe that. But obviously, the goal isn't to get hurt. That is absolutely the worst case scenario. What I'm really trying to get across when I say that is I want to go as hard as I can go, but stay within that realm of an actual effective set, not a self-destructive set. If you follow my logic. If your shoulder's fucked up, maybe you shouldn't go for a 1 rep max on bench. If you can tell that your lower back feels kind of rough, maybe you shouldn't do a rep PR on deadlifts. It makes sense to say it. Like right now, this is so easy to say. It's so easy to recommend because we're just chilling. But when you're actually in the gym and you're mid-lift, and especially if you're in the zone, you don't want to take your foot off the brakes. So you've got to you got to steer your workout very carefully, very precisely, and still be able to, really push it. I'm not really an F1 fan, but that's kind of what I'm thinking of, right? Push it as hard as you can, get close to that fucking corner. Oh fuck! I just blew my whole right steering side off. Oh, spun out. So that's what you're not going to want to do. So tomorrow is going to be. I don't know what tomorrow's going to be. I'm planning on doing chest, but we're kind of doing like a 2 a day, where we might throw like some shoulders in, or like maybe, I don't know. We'll have to see. We will have to see. So keep an eye out on the Hostile channel, or potentially the Fuad Abian Media channel for all these little California vlogs. I'm sure we're going to see all sorts of characters floating around. I mean, Gold's Gym, there's just fucking freaks upon freaks coming in like a normal Tuesday, So that'll be pretty freaking cool to see. It's always cool to come up to anywhere where freaks congregate. I feel like every time I've done that, I kind of raised the bar for how I approach my training. Just because, it's cool to see things on the phone. It's cool to see all these old training clips of Cutler and Lavroni, Platts, everybody like that. But when you see a 300-pounder lean just walking around in like a quadruple XL shirt and it's tight around the sleeves, it's fucking crazy. So I guess I'll get to see that. You'll be I'm a little spoiled. I'll get to see it in person. You'll have to just see the video. But yeah, that's going to be cool. That is going to be freaking cool. If this truck keeps going 35 and a 50, then maybe it won't happen. I guess we will have to find out. No, I left super early. We're totally freaking good. Totally good. So, I was going to film a full Dave eating video. I filmed the meal number 1 yesterday, but I had so much shit to do. I'm sorry. I just had to say fuck it. Whoops. Whoopsies. I'll give it to you. Don't worry. Don't worry. Good things come to those who wait. See what I'm saying? See what I'm freaking saying? But, yeah, don't worry. Actually, yeah, it should be after today, if you're watching this video the day it was posted, or maybe tomorrow. I think tomorrow is going to have to be another cardio video, so we can keep up a daily upload. But after that, then we're back to regularly scheduled lifts, car talks, and everything. I know you guys are probably getting kind of tired of some of the cardio videos. I understand. Maybe I'll try to add something into the next one. So you just got two pretty bare cardio videos, mainly yapping. One got a little bit of pedaling, but that was what, like 3 minutes worth? Nothing crazy. I'll add a little special something to the one tomorrow, or at least I'll try my damnedest to. So I guess I'll just see you then, man. Keep getting pumped up, keep going hard, eat your food, count your macros, do your cardio, and I mean, if you can maintain that for a couple of months, you're gonna be on track to freakhood in no time. So I'll see you tomorrow for whatever that video ends up being.